Okay, so things are happening slowly here on this broadcast, everyone. They certainly are. Slowly, as in, yeah, well, you know, transitional wise. That's what I mean. But hey, Diva Dwarf, thanks for joining me. Alex Atwell, thank you for joining me. Everyone else, thank you for joining me. Just got to get a couple of things sorted out here. Hopefully this sounds good for you at the moment. I have no idea where you're watching unless you are on the Periscope platform right now, because that's the one I'm actually looking at. And as you may have noticed, we're quite lively on this particular broadcast. I'm just double, treble sort of checking actually. And yeah, we're on quite a few platforms at the moment, a handful of them. And it's not going wonderful on Twitch.tv at the moment. I don't think it might be, but something tells me we might have a little glitch there. But well, if you're going to have a glitch anywhere, you have a glitch on Twitch. Otherwise, of course, it wouldn't be quite the same. Thank you for joining me, everyone, on this Saturday, the 7th of September 2019. As I say, it's been busy here trying to get the technology all together and sorted out. I thought I'd do it ahead of time. I think we said on one of our previous broadcasts that I'm going to ensure that we're on more than one platform, broadcasting live before the 11th of September, and had to set a date in it, otherwise these things never happen, as you know. Before I forget, if you are on one of those platforms where you can gently press the screen and the hearts appear, then please do so. We're talking, of course, particularly Twitter Live, that is aka Periscope. So press the screen gently, tap it away there, and you'll see some hearts appear. They're always appreciated. And if you press the up arrow, as I think Alex just did, then you can share this out on various platforms, Facebook, Twitter. Let other people know that you're watching this and it's available to watch right now. And the ellipsis, 3 dots in the corner of Periscope at the bottom, you can then certainly follow me, and then you won't miss a thing when we go live going forward. Right, we're just going to sort out a couple of things here, and then I can start looking at your comments as well, everyone. I haven't really seen those yet. I only see a hi there as I just look over to the side from, I don't know whether that's a hi to me, probably not a hi to me. It's Diva Dwarf there, Rose up there in the north of England, sort of northwest-ish in Halifax, unless of course you've relocated in the past 24, 48 hours or so. I've got to remember, it's been a bit of a whirlwind the last, 36 hours, because we were supposed to be broadcasting at this time 24 hours ago. I say this time, 11 minutes past 11 p.m. local time in England, London, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Cardiff, Belfast, Dublin, and the rest of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. But yesterday, an impromptu invitation to go and see a live band locally, and I just had to take it. I had to take that invitation and join plenty of people out there who had a blast. And if you want to know more, just check out the last couple of broadcasts, because you'll see the live band, a little bit of that, and it was rather loud, I have to say. And then it was DJ time, and we caught up with our friend Adam Roberts from Encore Media as he DJ'd through the night. And yeah, a good time had by all. Right, what's going on with the comments here? Got to remember, of course. Let's have a look. What's going on? Feedback? What? Hey, what? Oh, there's a lot of hello to you. Goodness me, who's here and who's not? It's probably easier for me to read out a list of people that are not here, because everybody's in the house. Hello to you, Rosie Samantha, and notice what I did there, or didn't, and almost did, but yeah, so used to the number now. I got feedback, but it sorts itself out after a minute or so. Okay, well, hopefully it's still sorted out there, and thank you once again for sharing this out, and and letting everybody else know what's going on here, inviting your followers. You could do that as well. Yeah, I went home to Mars, says Diva. You was out too busy enjoying yourself. That would be TOO, of course, Rosie Samantha. Got to correct you. That's one of my pet sort of dislikes. Is it's not so easy here typing away live and everything. But so many people, when I read emails, text messages, they get the different. It managed to sort out the difference between TWO and TO. So I don't know what the problem is for most people when it comes to TOO, as in meaning as well. Yes, more often than not. Anyhow, how's your weekend been going so far, people? We're live. It is the weekend. I just emphasise that there are people out there, such as you, might be watching on the replay, in which case it could be a completely different week, month, year in the future, obviously, unless you've got a time machine, in which case you might be watching this in 1992, in which case hello to you, and thank you for joining me as well from the past. Fantabulous. You okay, Martin? Yeah, I think so. Everything's sounding and looking okay. What's going on there? I think we are. Yeah, the only problems we have here at the moment are technical teething problems still. There's just so much. Got to give this a... The thing is, bits and pieces are coming together. As I introduce more technical things, even if it's just one thing, you sort of have four parts of the technical setup sorted out. Then the fifth part you introduce, and then the second part that you introduce, suddenly there's something wrong with that and all that, But rather than sorting it out and waiting till it's sorted out to go live and get it perfect, which it will never be, like anything on this planet, it's close to perfect. But if you look at it really closely, nothing's perfect. It's not a bad thing though to strive for perfection, but you never really reach it. So yeah, I thought, what's the point in waiting another, month, 2, 3, 4, whatever? You just do the best you can with what you got and right now. And that's something I wish I'd learned sooner in life, I tell you that. Do the best you can with what you've got. If you have a Skoda, a Mini, even a Ford car, yeah, it might not be a Rolls Royce, yeah, or a Bentley, Daimler, Chrysler, whatever, but at least it can get you from A to B. It might take you a bit longer because it's a little slower, or it's not the latest model, so it needs a bit of tender loving care, or even tender loving care, Thank you for the continued hearts, by the way. Just noticing the corner of my eye, lovely. Got the tea here, everyone. This computer is so slow that even when I hold the tea up the cup there to the screen, it even takes time for it to appear on my screen. Very worrying, but it'll all be sorted out one day, I'm sure. Yeah, not too in the too distant future either. That's me. Yes, of course it is. There you are. I even have to hold my hand here because if I don't, and my finger, it's very bizarre. I'm having a delay here. When you're on a Skype call or WhatsApp and you have the video working, yeah, or your FaceTime, usually when you move, it does it there and then immediately. I mean, streaming, I know that you have a delay there up to some, well, I say up to, it could be not quite infinite, but usually, I mean, the maximum it could be is between 1 and 2 minutes, the delay between me saying something and doing something here and you actually seeing that. The delay, the fastest it can reach you normally, usually is about, 10 seconds-ish. But again, more often than not, it's about 20, 25. But that said, one of the platforms we're going to be on soon, not on this broadcast, is Mixer.com. And that is fast. That is really fast. It's as fast as the video calls I was mentioning to you about a short time ago. I'm holding my tea here still. Got to... That... Love it. Good cup of tea. Now, viewers... Wherever you are, could you just let us know where you're watching from? Can I just say at the moment I'm only monitoring the chat. I know it's a problem right now. I'm only monitoring the chat at the moment on Periscope, yeah? So if you are watching on another platform, if you're watching on YouTube now, don't forget we're on youtube.com/Martin Shine COM. That's Martin Shine com. Hopefully that will change in the future, the YouTube thing. In fact, it will, because what I'll be doing is telling you all, if you want to watch live, go to martinshine.com, the URL, the website, and it'll all be listed on there, you see. That's the great thing about getting your web page and presence sorted out, because then you don't have to list what I'm about to do and tell you that we're on periscope.tv/Martin Shine, Twitter also, twitter.com/Martin Shine Live right now. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/Martin Shine Live. Should see us there. not sure if we're going to get any comments there right now. And twitch.tv as well. I did just check in just a moment ago. I'm going to have a quick look now. Now, I'll look back at your comments in a minute here on Periscope, people. Just looking at Twitch at the moment. But yeah, it's not... Ah, there we are. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, there's a bit of a stutter there at the moment. I keep sort of doing that. That's not me actually. That was there, but the technology keeps making me sort of not freeze, but it's juddery, I would say. So we'll keep that broadcast going on there. Not sure, and even there seems to be. That's why there's a problem on YouTube right now. That's my technology. Yeah, that's looking rather interesting. It's very different when you watch on these different platforms. Right, okay, so we could get rid of that. And then Facebook at the moment, yeah, it looks okay there, not too bad. Goodness me, I think it might be a problem with the computer here, by the way. Any technical problems, it could be down to that. Got a lot of windows open and that sort of thing. Doesn't help. And I should have known better, but the trouble is, again, just time. Left plenty of time before this broadcast, everyone. Before I went live, I had plenty of time leading up to sort techie stuff out. But again, it kept me on my toes, and well, we made it anyway. That's the main thing, isn't it? Right. So what were we saying here, people? Where are they watching from? Did anyone do night, Martin? Have a good day tomorrow. Thanks, Rose. Hyde Kij 27 yeah. Oh, I'm watching your comments now, by the way. If you want to send us something and let us know what's going on there, always good to know. Right. So what's the latest? Well, the latest is, apart from my cup of tea. So here we are. Look, yeah. Forget the chocolate. Let's just get back over to. That's better. Yeah, these. I picked these up it was probably about 10 days ago. The other week, picked them up in the local supermarket, and look, I certainly hadn't had these ones before. Madeleines. Yeah, looked up there, looked on the shelf, and there's a variety, but of course I had to definitely try these when I saw that they were, I don't know if it's going to focus there or not, possibly not, because the light isn't as fantabulous as it could be, but there you are. We definitely have these Madeleines, and I thought blueberry, anything blueberry, and you usually find blueberry flavoured whatever it is in the United States of America more than anywhere else, and I thought, you know what? Let's try those. And I got to tell you, I did try one earlier. I'm going to try another one right now. They're great. They're all individually wrapped. Not sure how that is for the environment. Well, I am sure it would be far better if they weren't individually wrapped. But then that means that when you've opened the pack, obviously they'll all stay fresh, each one, until you... Oh, they smell so good until you open it. Oh, yeah. Very, very good. Very good. I do recommend them. Okay, that apparently is Bon Maman, how do you say? Bon Maman, and you can pick these up certainly in your local Tesco store if you're in the United Kingdom of Great Britain, Northern Ireland. If you're elsewhere, well, you can always look online, I guess. Very good stuff, though. Patty in Wisconsin's just joined us. About time too. See, Patty now. Patty doesn't join us at 11 minutes past the hour when we go live. No, she has to. I think it's in her contract now that Patty joins us at any other time except 11 minutes past the hour after her recent attendance record. Something like that, anyway. Who was that just joined us there? Was that someone that's not usually here? Dan. Hello, Dan. Thank you for joining us on what is a Saturday as we broadcast live right now. Where are you watching from, people? If you're new, that is, of course, because I've got an idea that Patty's still in Wisconsin, because she's usually there, and Rosie, Samantha, is still in Essex, and Rose has apparently gone to another planet right now, because she's in the horizontal position, I think, headed for some Z's. I've been here for yes, I see. Have you finished your KFC driving along there, wherever you were heading to the other day, wasn't it? And maybe you had just headed out to get the KFC. I can't remember, but certainly you were licking those fingers and enjoying some fried chicken. I don't know which platform to watch you on now. No, if you want to comment, then at the moment it's definitely Twitter. Yes, Periscope. That's it. Twitter Live, as some people like to call it, of course, because Periscope is owned by Twitter now. Yeah, it's certainly not Facebook, that's for sure. That is obviously a competitor. But YouTube certainly is popular once people start streaming on there. But for me, YouTube isn't, I don't consider it to be a social media platform. So when it comes to all this interaction, this for me is more social media, and therefore I would expect people to want to interact on Facebook or Twitter, Periscope. Twitch gets plenty of chat as well, but anyhow, who knows? And mate, I tell you what though, going forward, this is why I'm going to also be more so in the future telling people just to check out martinshine.com, because there'll be a list of places that we're live, but also one of those places will be mixer.com. And what I fell short of just explaining about 10 minutes ago when I was mentioning all the various platforms and the delay that you get, mixer.com, they have focused on ensuring the delay between the broadcast and you receiving it is minimal. And it can be as short as a second these days. So it's pretty good stuff. We could have been live on Mixer on this broadcast, but I'd set the account up about 2 weeks ago actually. And when I went back to start playing around with it and getting it sorted, along with all the others, I'd been effectively locked out, suspended from there. And so too has everyone else as of the, I think it was the 4th of this month, so 3 days ago, at the time of broadcasting this, because Mixer.com wanted everybody to verify their accounts in some way. Just a small thing, they thought, but it means now that I've got to wait at least, I think it's another about just under 24 hours now before we can start using it again. So there you go. That's that story there. Got to have some more of this thing. Very good at these Madeleines. Oh yeah. Yeah. Do you know any Madeleines out there in the United States of America, people? I wonder. Very good. I think Brenda, by the way, the reason she's not here, before anyone's, I'm sure you're wondering, regulars, but Brenda in the United States of America, over there in the Buckeye state of Ohio, I think she's working on her new job today, Saturday. Patty, what's the time there? Something tells me it's about 5:30 p.m. In the evening. Is that right? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, that's a fact, unless they've suddenly shifted the time zones in the state of Wisconsin. Yeah. Rosie Samantha, it's 10:31 for you, +1. Is that right? Something like that. And for me, yes. See what I did there? 11:31, yeah, local time. You're not in some sort of time warp, are you? Oh, Cressy! Oh, Cressy. Look, while you're cressing, I'll just finish that. Lovely. They're very good, those. They're very, what's the word? Heavy. That's what those Madeleines are. Very heavy. They're not as light as, say, for example, blueberry muffins that I like. So, people, tell me something new. Oh, you've corrected your cracky. That's good. Oh dear. Right, Patty's corrected her cracky, so that's good. A correction she's made there. Definitely a correction, or was it a correction? Correction, who knows? Variety, eh? What? Variety, what are we referring to now? Which sort of variety? Isn't it the spice of life? Or, yes, something along those lines. Right. It's gone very quiet, hasn't it? And that can only mean one thing, that I've stopped talking. Right, excellent. Don't forget those hearts, please. Please, just a few more hearts will go a long way. So don't forget those. There's a few people, quite a few people not here at the moment, which is rather, I don't know so much concerning. It's puzzling. There's a word for you, particularly as it's the weekend, but everybody must be enjoying their Saturday night out. I guess some people just saw me on the last broadcast and thought, it's time to do that. Get out and just let your hair down a bit and go party. So excellent, excellent. I want to just remind you, everyone, that if you answer the question correctly that we asked on the last couple of broadcasts or so, you can win yourself one of these. Yeah. a lollipop. There you go. In order for it to be the right way up, I've apparently got to hold it upside down. And in case you're not too familiar with this because you're new here, what is it? It's a headphone splitter. Share the rhythm earphone splitter, as it says on the at the top of the package there, on the front of it at the top. And what it is, very simply, this will go on your keychain, key ring. Okay, it is in the shape of a lollipop. It's kind of a rubber material. And if you take, there you go, that off of there, something like that. Underneath the stick of the lollipop, you have one of those, which a lot of you will be familiar with on your mobile digital device, on your cell phone, telephone, or another MP3 player, various other audio devices. You stick that in, and if there's two of you and you want to listen to the same thing, well, up there at the top there, you have two sockets. So you can stick two sets of headphones in. You can put a set of headphones in and speakers. Why you would do that, I'm not too sure, because if you've got the speakers connected, then you don't need the headphones. But yeah, that saves you, having one earphone in one ear and someone else sharing the other one, and then this one having nothing in, the sort of thing. There you go. And as I say, it's just a little something. And if you want to be a winner, we asked the question recently, and we'll ask it again, which is, if you discuss, this is the question, so do listen, and if you discuss something with one of your best friends, but you want them to keep it a secret, all right, and confidential, then what would their name ideally be, that person? It's not a trick question. Just think about it, okay? But what would you expect that person's name to be? What's the name of someone who can keep that confidentiality, because you don't want them to share whatever it is you've just been discussing with them with anyone else? There's a lot of people still thinking about it, but if you want to join people who know the answer, want to direct message me and win, then you've got to get over to my Twitter account, Martin Shine, so that's twitter.com/Martin Shine, and direct message the answer to me. Okay, so just reference the competition. Certainly remind me that's why you are messaging me, because if you just put a name there, Dave, all right, or Sarah, as it's more likely to be, which it isn't, and I say that because the clue I gave you the other day is it is a female name, then at least I know what you're on about if you do reference it. Right. Hey, it's me, a competition. Yes, and I like mince pie with a bit of mayo added with a hint of pillow pig. We won't ask about that too much. And you're a potato, not a lemon tonight. I'm folding laundry. Right, let's come back to Patty's questions in just a moment after I've addressed our friend the farmer, competition winner, who so far is a loser, because even when he won, he didn't forward us his details of where he wanted his prize to be sent to. So many weeks ago now that it's almost been forgotten, that incident. Samokarta, hello to you. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to follow people if you are new, if you're just finding us here by chance, by accident, whatever platform you're watching on, just don't forget to follow. Best place to follow is the Facebook page, Martin Shine Live, or, and we're broadcasting there live at the moment, and the or was Periscope. Martin Shine on Periscope. Twitter's a good one to follow me everywhere. Don't stalk me though. Following's fine. Stalking, questionable. We generally don't have that sort of thing going on here. I am pleased to say, excellent. Right, getting back to Patty folding her laundry, she told us. She wanted to know also, why are you linking up to different platforms? Well, why not? The thing is, when it comes to chat, it's possible. I don't think we'll totally give up on Periscope, because we do like Periscope. There's something really good about Periscope. For one, the one thing that is different is the discoverability, as I've mentioned time and time again in the past, that when you're broadcasting on Periscope, you can pop up on a map. Particularly, I'm thinking of when I'm out and about mobile, and that's great because people can then see where I am, the sights and sounds that I'm showing you. You can see exactly where they're located. But more to the point, if you're broadcasting somewhere like Facebook, then I think the chat's going to be a bit more sensible, and you're not going to have so many crazy people. Although I have to say, in more recent times, we haven't had so many crazy people here. We've just had one join us, though, it seems like. Genghis Khan, Genghis Khan, yes, of course. Oh dear, don't forget, it's always late here when we're broadcasting on this one. It's almost midnight, so yeah, and I have double square eyes today. Apart from the ringing in my ears, it went on for ages. The band was so loud last night when I was out. I came away, I had only a slight headache. In fact, I didn't know, it was weird. I'd had a bit of alcohol, but my head wasn't quite right. And the strange thing is, I can confidently say that without people, laughing and say, "Oh yeah, well we know that, you're a bit of a screwball anyway." But there was the friend that I was out with, and she, without me saying anything, said she had a bit of a headache too from the loud music, and felt a bit weird, a bit strange. But yeah, we, as I say, got through it. But it wasn't anything like that at all, really. The way I say that, because to get through last night, it wasn't even, it wasn't like, oh, we had to listen to the band. They were a very good live band called Solar 9, and a great covers band. What they were doing, I've heard them before, and I was actually looking forward to hearing them again. And then all of a sudden, I was reminded, just a handful of hours before, that they were going to be performing live and I could be there, so I got myself along there, and as I said, the night became a very, very late one in the end. Hello Ben's List, thanks for joining us. Hello indeed. Thank you for inviting followers. Don't forget to just give that screen a little gentle tap as well, make sure the hearts are still working. So you won't be able to do that on other platforms. That's the thing. I mean, Facebook, you can do a few likes and blah blah blah, but it will be different. What am I talking about? If you just joined us, well, listen to the replay here. But we're just talking about the fact that these broadcasts now are across different platforms, such as YouTube and others. Right, everybody. Oh, hello. Look, Jay Fitzroy has joined us. Hello, Jay Fitzroy. Thank you very much. Of course, what you can hear from what I'm saying here still, particularly Jay Fitzroy can understand and gather from what I'm saying, is I can only see your @Jay Fitzroy name. Can't see your name if you put it on there, unless of course I go a little bit further and press that there. And oh, it's Jason, Jason Fitzgerald actually. There we go. But unless I sort of start going into things like that, into the technology, and not focusing on our broadcast as much, which we can't do going forward too often, it's difficult at the moment for me to know anything other than @Jay Fitzroy. But now we know it's Jason. So welcome, Jason. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to follow. Again, if anyone else out there, as I'm saying that, is new, don't forget to follow you. I don't mean follow yourself. I mean you. Don't forget to follow. Never mind. Right. Okay. Good stuff. Right. Anyone going to tell me anything before I carry on waffling here? Or I was going to discuss something actually. Just while I think about it, there was a little discussion on the radio a couple of days ago. I don't think we've discussed this yet here. You can see it on my Twitter feed. I think it was Friday morning, yesterday morning, as we broadcast here, because it's now Saturday, still just about almost midnight, and then it'll be Sunday. But I think it was Friday morning, they were discussing something on the radio, and I heard it and thought, I've got to make a comment, and I did on Twitter. It may have been Thursday, but let's just say in the last week there was this discussion on the radio about children wearing school uniforms, and the problem being that, well, it's expensive. A lot of people were saying a school uniform. Now, the whole point of school uniform, a lot of people will tell you, is if you didn't have a school uniform, then all the pupils will be wearing whatever they want to wear. But in some cases, it isn't just what they want to wear, it's what they have to wear, because their parents aren't so affluent. And so you'll have some children who are from a poorer background wearing clothes that aren't designer. then at the other end of the scale, you have the pupils wearing the designer clothes, and you have everyone in between. But the children that are wearing clothes that aren't fantabulous can potentially be bullied and harassed, and don't have a great time, and they get given a hard time. Obviously completely out of order they are, but the other pupils will give them a hard time. So therefore, if you wear a uniform when you all look identical by doing so, then that way you can't sort of differentiate, and that's just one of the, you have a bit of equality there. That's one of the things behind that. And well, my solution would be, you do often have used uniforms that are donated back to the school or to other outlets that deal with school uniforms, so that the parents can purchase those instead for the poorer children, or for they are poorer children by default and association, but the point is that their parents are a bit poorer, so they can afford to buy a uniform that has been previously worn. So my solution would be, just make sure that no children wear a new uniform. All right, all the uniforms that are worn in some way, okay, they'll have something about them. The buttons might be reused, yeah, and recycled from a previous blazer, for example, that sort of thing. But just make sure that none of the items are 100% new, if possible, and then that way all the children are going to be equal. They'll all be wearing clothes that have been previously worn, and what's wrong with that? After all, it is only a school uniform for your school working day. Just a thought. And I suggest that's one way of getting over that problem, if people really want to eliminate that problem. But again, as always, I think it's not quite as high on the list as the teachers and the people who run the schools and education would make out, that they're not as concerned about that. There's far bigger fish to fry in their sector, they'll tell you. But yeah, just a thought. So yeah, don't know what your thoughts are about that. Oh, hang on, we've got a comment here. We've got someone else joining us. Oh, hang on a second. Jason's just joined us again, apparently. Is that right? It's your first day on Periscope. So according to the technology, which I do wonder about sometimes, someone joins us and then 3 minutes later it says they've joined us again. That can be because you've got a problem with your internet signal. Could be sometimes there's an internet signal problem with the broadcaster's end of things. But right now, it all should be tickety-boo and fine. And well, everybody else out there, you're not having a problem at the moment, are you? Certainly on Periscope. As I said before, before anyone on Twitch says there's a problem or comments, I mean, I'm not looking at the comments on their live, but I know that there was a problem broadcasting on Twitch earlier on. This was all going a bit mad. Definitely, by the way, people, over the coming days, before I forget to add this as well, that we will be doing some testing on this channel. So forgive me in advance. But hey, if it's not 11 minutes past the hour, the 11 minutes past the hour of 11 p.m. local time here in England, certainly, then we're probably testing and not doing anything else. But yeah, I like the idea of a uniform. That way kids can focus on school and not... Yes, no, but absolutely, Patty. But the point, hopefully you understood my point, which is that some of them will have a new uniform, yeah, and it's they can be pricey, particularly if you have a child that's growing fast, yeah, and therefore they do need to have their uniform replaced more often than not because they're growing quickly, and yeah, their parents have to therefore buy them new trousers or new blazer more regularly. So my point is, though, is that there are some families out there that do struggle to buy the a brand new uniform, the cost of it, yeah. But all I'm saying is, just let everybody buy a used uniform. Nothing wrong with it, you know. Then they'll all be equal anyway. You know, the poorer families don't have to try, you know, and get moneyed out, yeah, at the expense of a brand new uniform, when the other families, the more affluent families, can simply, you know, knowing that the children all must have a uniform that's been previously worn, yeah, then the price would be less for all, yeah. I hope that sort of makes sense anyway. Any questions, just ask me and I'll try and explain it in a different way. But I think we've done that one now. Yeah, laid it to rest. Unless anyone wants to sort of, well, argue about why that isn't possibly a good idea or solution. Can the parents get reimbursed by the school? Yeah, you see what I parent. Yeah, well, in some cases the parents can have they can get help. Yes, they can get help from and by the school, and they get a little bit of money, I guess, from some grants. But yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, at the end of the day, you've got so many frigging uniforms out there, right? That are just no use, particularly when a pupil leaves the school because they've completed their final year. What happens to that uniform? Donate it back to the school or to one of these outlets that deals with used uniforms. And there you go. All right, and so there you are. It's also an environmentally friendly thing as well, yeah? But you know, it's a fine line, isn't it, about recycling, being environmentally friendly, and trying to ensure that the economy still stays good and that retail is on the up. You know, the more we recycle, the less new items need to be manufactured and made and constructed, etc., etc. It was a great question. Oh, right, excellent. Here in the States, most don't have uniforms. Oh, is that right? Yeah, I mean, more often than not, when I see schools in the USA, for whatever reason, on TV, on films, yeah, it seems that all the pupils are wearing their own individual items of clothing. But I wonder, is bullying in schools regarding the clothing that the pupils are wearing, is that a big issue over there? I know that in the past here, it has been an issue, certainly. Yeah. Just another another one of those. Fantabulous. Excellent. Right, the technology here seems to have started to behave itself a little bit better. Yeah, it's not as much delayed now when I... Ah, that's good. There you are. Yes, I point there. Just that's good. You're just still getting used to that, people. I know you can see without me having to point often, but certainly that graphic. But just getting used to where the dots are. You know, when I'm telling you about Periscope in the corner, whether it's over there, or eventually one day I suppose there's going to be something up there as well on whatever platform you're watching, if there isn't already now. Yeah, so confused and confusing, particularly at this late hour. 9 minutes to the hour, everyone. Haven't got long. What are you going to be doing after this broadcast, people? Whoever you are, wherever you are. Oh, really? Yeah. I yes, doesn't surprise me. Mello 262 Ibrahim is, yeah, hello. Mello 262 Ibrahim or Ibrahim or IB Ram. Right, hello to you. And don't forget to follow people. That is, don't forget to follow people, but don't forget to follow me, people. Right, plans then, everybody. Plans. I think I've mentioned the two things. Was there anything else? No, there was that little thing to do with the... Oh, there's three things, wasn't there? There was the Madeleines. Actually, four. There you go. Those, covered those. There's the competition. I think it was three things. All right, which was, again, if you want to win that, yeah, what is it? Go watch the broadcast a little earlier. You'll find out. If you want to win, direct message me on Twitter. The question being, and it's you've got to think about this one. If you're telling your friend something, but you want them to keep it confidential, what would the ideal name of that friend be? There you go. That's it. I mean, for example, if your birth date, just to give you an example on that question, as I say, it's not a trick one, but it's a bit sort of similar to if you have a friend and he was born, or it'd be she was born. Yeah, let's go for that one. If she was born in the 5th month of the year on one of the dates, then what would her ideal name be? And of course, it should be the answer May. Or the 6th month, June. But you're following now? Now is it making a bit more sense? I hope so. Maybe I should have thought of that little analogy example sooner, the other day when we started this competition. So again, don't forget, if you know the answer to the question, then head over to Twitter and direct message me, please. Oh, Denise, Hello, Denise. How you doing there? That's Denise. That's funny because on the other day, someone on the phone told us about that, and they told me that they answered the phone and they said it was Denise, and I told them they wanted to know who I was, and I told them I was the nephew. Yeah, and someone here overheard that and did like that one. Not sure what I will do after this. Watch a movie, go for a walk, and yes, and think about the answer to that competition, eh? If you're going for a walk, that is. What's the weather like there at the moment in Wisconsin? Hopefully it's a bit better than it is down there on the east coast of the United States of America. What with the hurricane, and certainly we mentioned the other day, the devastation that's been caused over there in the Bahamas. Not good. And hope Nick Wright won. Hope you're doing all right there if you managed to catch this replay. Hope you're doing okay even if you don't catch this replay. Nick Wright won. One of our regular listeners and contributors and viewers, everyone. He is in the zone where the hurricane could potentially hit. Certainly winds are whipping up there in the Carolinas. Clear and cool, says Patty. No, I'm still confused. With the competition. Cara Petian, 33. Hello, Cara Petian, 33. If that is indeed your name. It's certainly your handle that you signed up with, and that's what I'm seeing here on my screen right now with all this crazy technology I'm having to keep on top of somehow, including things happening like that. Welcome, whoever you are, wherever you are. If you're new, that is great. Doesn't mean that it's great if you've been here before and you're watching. It doesn't mean that you're not as important. Everyone equally as important. I just wish that those that have only just discovered us, like right now on this broadcast, or maybe the last one, I wish you'd have discovered it sooner. That way our community that is growing gradually could already just mushroom right now and be as big as it's going to be today, rather than us having to wait another few days, weeks, probably more like months and years for that matter. Hopefully not decades though. Right. Oh, the heart's still going, so thank you for that. Oh, Johnny, hello to you. Or is that J0 Honey? I'm not forgetting underscore. That's J0 Honey underscore. Hello to you. Next, of course, I guess it will be popping up on the screen here. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Maybe not. Maybe not. Anyhow, everyone, the hour is almost upon us. That one, I'm not going to change into a pumpkin. No, unfortunately, that isn't going to happen here. You will not be witnessing anything as drastic as that. In 3 minutes' time, that hour will be upon us where it will be, 100 hours specifically, according to military time and science. My hearts match your back. They do. Is that your hearts? Thank you for that. Clearly they do. They do indeed match the orange of the background. And there we have it. That's good. Oh my goodness, someone's ear holes were burning, weren't they? Someone's ear holes, maybe the other holes as well, were burning. Have you had a good curry tonight, perhaps, there, Nick Wright one? But welcome. Thank you for getting here before we end. Mohammed Habib, 1-2. Hello to you. Yes, not forgetting Halloween there, Patty. You just reminded me with those icons. Not far off. Apparently, we're supposed to be leaving Europe on that date, the 31st. But I have a feeling that October the 31st this year could be our current Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, who will be flying around and off into the sky on a broomstick up his... Never mind. We're certainly sitting on the broomstick anyway. All right. It's just going mad at the moment with politics, which is why I love to keep away from that sort of stuff. It really is one rule for them, one rule for us, and just a little club that they're all a part of. And the truth is, the reason it works here, Nick will tell us a bit about this. He'll certainly want his 2 cents worth. But the reason politics works and this mess works is because really the average person is so busy with their daily routine and trying to make a living and their family and everything that they really haven't got time to focus on all this stuff going on in Westminster, where it all happens here in the United Kingdom, and our government. So that's what it's all about. Confuse the people, and hopefully they just end up giving up and just turning away and just saying, forget politics, don't want to know. And then that way, the politicians just get away with it. Yeah, as they seem to be doing at the moment. No, I have been watching, but you couldn't see me. I made comments about school uniforms. Okay, in that case, I'm just checking back there, Nick. If anyone else saw Nick's comments, that would be interesting, that you could sort of second what Nick was saying, so to speak, and confirm. But Nick, I don't know what you've been doing. You must have been on the old juice again, have you? I know it's Saturday night, so perhaps you've been on the sherry. But yeah. Definitely can't see any comments there, Nick. Very bizarre again now. Who knows what is going on? I think it's time to certainly give up with the comments on Periscope sooner rather than later. Patty, was it yourself that I mentioned to while we were on here? Did I direct my... It might have been Rosie Samantha, or of course it might have been, if not you two, then it might have been, and obviously was someone else. But I seem to recall it was a regular viewer where I said, I'm going to make sure that before the 11th of September we are broadcasting on different platforms. And yeah, so the last couple of days I've been saying to myself, don't leave it until the 9th or the 10th of September, but do it now. Then if there's any problems, teething problems, which there often is with technology, we can iron them out, and that's obviously where we've got to go with that. Nick's busy typing away now. Any moment now, I just feel that the thunder is going to hit there, metaphorically, all the way from the Carolinas. Yes. You have reverb, and audio and video are out of phase. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for that definitive response. I wish I could actually. Do you know what? I can. I've got reverb now. This I don't have reverb. Really? No, I'm listening at the moment. No, actually, now the thing is, though, I'm listening at the moment. Before it's, I wasn't listening to the broadcast coming back there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop looking at your comments just for a moment, and this will be tricky because I'm listening to something coming back at me like 20 or 30 seconds later, off of Periscope. Sounds good to me. No, sorry, Nick, disagree with you there. Goodness, I think you've definitely got to get those the ear holes syringed. That one for you, Brenda, if you watch the replay. She does like the way, if I remember rightly, the last time we were on here, she likes the way I say ear holes. Yes. Okay. But it wouldn't surprise me if the audio and video is out of phase. Which platform? Well, you're watching us on Periscope clearly there, Nick. I didn't know if you might have switched over. You know, you said you were commenting before. You weren't watching on one of the new platforms that we're broadcasting on. Of course, they're not new platforms. The fact is, it's new for me to be broadcasting on those other platforms simultaneously right now on this broadcast. By the way, everyone, welcome to tomorrow. If you're watching from the United States of America, you're watching live, because right now it's Sunday. And of course, this broadcast has been on here for a whole day now. Not quite, but it started on Saturday. It's now Sunday. We'll be finishing on a Sunday. Paddy in Wisconsin's joining. What's this? Oh, Major Lag. Is that one of your? Don't tell me. Where was Major Lag? Is that possibly someone who was in Vietnam, or was it one of the more recent conflicts? Right, I don't know what's going on at all. If there's that is, in terms of how serious, it sounds like there's serious problems. But yeah, because what we're doing here, you see, we're broadcasting to multiple platforms, and the technology is being tried and tested quite literally for the first time. You can disagree all you wish, doesn't change the issue. How was your day, Martin? Oh my goodness me. Have you been speaking with Diva Dwarf? Yeah, quietly. Privately there, Patty, because she usually asks me, oh, you just remembered that's what she asks me after midnight local time. Yes, my day so far has been fantabulous, and it will be going forward. Sleep very shortly after this broadcast in about, just under 9 minutes. No, you have major lag, so I logged out, then back in. Now, just double check. Well, you're in agreement there with the East Coast of the United States of America, particularly the Carolinas, and Nick Wright 1 is telling us something very similar. How about you, Rosie Samantha? Have you fallen asleep yet because of some technical troubles that are going on here, and you've given up listening, or sort of intensely and too closely, or is it working just fine for you? I bet it's them. I bet it's the North American continent. That's what it is. I bet it's perfect here, and there are no such issues. Could well be, actually. If you're watching this from a further afield, of course you're going to be watching from different servers, and other network bits and pieces are going to be involved. Performance is so bad, I'm off to watch Billy Trees. Okay, sorry about that, Nick. Right one. Hopefully we'll have the technical problems sorted out next time. But that's good feedback, although it's obviously not good that you're having to disappear. But as you know, the replay will be here. I don't think, and I do hope that the replay is not going to be as severe if it is indeed that bad there. But I have to say, one thing, tell you what, one thing I'm going to do right now is take that. In fact, I think there is going to be a major, well, there's definitely a major change here any moment now. Yes, there we go. Our CPU on our computer is definitely coming down in terms of the percentage that's been used over this broadcast. And thinking about it, there was a program open that isn't usually, and it is quite CPU hungry. But hey, we'll see. Maybe it's the lagging because of the... No, this is the thing, you see. We're not using... Oh, actually, no, that's... I was thinking so... No, we are using a little bit more bandwidth, but we're not using a significant amount more that should affect us. I mean, you never are when there's a problem. When there's a problem, often the response is, yeah, well, there still shouldn't be a problem because, we're not maxing out, sort of thing. But yeah, I'm just having to rethink all that. But yes, you fixed it. It's better. Right. Okay, good stuff. Well, it couldn't have got any worse, apparently, from that feedback we've been getting from you guys and girls. But yeah, at least that's good, isn't it? You see, so things are correlating. Yeah, and I can see as well as I'm talking, the computer here is gradually smiling a bit more now, which is good. So there we are. But unfortunately, I think Nick's already left us. It's been that bad, apparently. So good stuff. Is Rosie still with us, or is Rosie? Are you still there? Rosie Samantha? Perhaps she did reply. Like Nick sent us a comment before, because I did ask this a short time ago and I haven't had a response. But maybe, just maybe, that's part of the problem. Wow. Definitely. You say that I fixed it. I'm pretty sure I have. I so believe that because of I didn't realise how loud the computer was in the background there with the fan until it's now suddenly gone right down. The CPU's gone down. The fan was making a little bit of a noise there, which you might not hear too much because of course I've got that microphone here to do the job that I think it's doing well, which is keeping all the other noises at bay. Yes, it is aligning now. Oh dear. What I should have done, I shouldn't have said anything about the technology and just said to you, you know what, Patty, I think it's all within the crystal balls, yeah? Or it's definitely to do with the powers and the sixth sense and all that stuff, yeah? It was definitely a psychic experience. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely returned to as it was. And I said to you right at the beginning of this, you weren't here, but it was lagging here too, which was bizarre. When you watch the replay of this, I was getting a silly lag here. So when I hold my cup up, as I did earlier on, or anything, even when I'm talking, it looks like I'm saying something I said like 2 seconds ago, 1 second ago at least. Oh well, this one has definitely been an experience. Certainly because we are now on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope and Twitch, and soon there'll be another one as well, mixer.com. Looking forward to that very much. I think people are going to be like, wow, that's much better. That's friggin' awesome. Fantabulous, eh? So listen, I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, we've been broadcasting since the 7th of September. That was yesterday, local time, Saturday. It's now Sunday, the 8th of September 2019. Whatever you're going to be doing on your Sunday, okay, and for that matter, if you're watching and you might be watching this on Wednesday in December 2021. I really don't know. When I say I don't care, because I don't mean it like I don't care. I don't mind. We can't mind is the point. I can't care because, well, the last thing we can start thinking about and worrying about is when other people are going to be watching this on demand and on the replay. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter, is what I'm saying when I say it. I don't care, it doesn't matter. It really isn't a problem, is what I'm saying, when you're watching this in the future. It would be a slight problem if you were watching this at another point in time in the past, as we mentioned, I think, earlier on this broadcast, because we'd want to know a bit more about how you're managing to do that. Definitely. Anyhow, you have a great evening, rest well. No, you mean morning, dear, because it's after midnight now, yes? So it'll be definitely a great morning as I really speedily prepare for some rest. Yeah, because it's been a long day here and plenty of work to do. I nearly made the mistake of saying tomorrow, but of course it's later on today because it's already Sunday, it's after midnight. I think I'll have a bit of a rest and won't be up so early later on today, Sunday, but definitely plenty of work to do on the computer here, including working out how making sure that we don't encounter the problems that we've had on this broadcast, or at least the viewers have had on this broadcast, in future broadcasts. But the only way to do it is try. And that's another good lesson in itself, isn't it? Try, and you can only get better if there are issues, problems, and you didn't achieve, as I said right at the beginning of this broadcast, you're never going to get perfection, but if you didn't achieve something that was as close to what you thought you might or should have done, then we can only do better next time, I hope. Yeah. Thanks for joining me, everyone, wherever you are, and at whatever time it is, and whatever you're up to. I hope you keep moving forward in a very positive way. As ever, this has been me. Okay, don't forget to follow on the various platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, and Twitch if you fancy that instead. And again, it's Martin Shine on Twitter, on Periscope. You really should follow on Twitter because that's the one where you receive your notifications of when I'm going live here, there, and everywhere. So until next time, everyone, from England at exactly 11 minutes past the hour of midnight, as I say this, it really is a case of stay well, stay safe, and until next time, I'll press the magic button which says we're out of here. And yeah, we'll chat soon. Thanks for joining me and thanks for the support as always. Bye for now.